Hi everyone, it's Lisa. I am crafting from my home this morning. I hope you are enjoying the first signs of spring. And the first signs of spring for me mean flowers. And so what I thought we'd do is we would upcycle some bottles that we can put our cut flowers in. And we're going to do a spring edition. If you'll recall, in the fall I painted some bottles with Halloween images on them. And today we're going to do a spring theme. Let's first look at the materials that we're going to need, and then we're going to look at some bottles that I've already painted, and we'll also paint one today during my demonstration. The first thing that you're going to need is a bottle. These have been cleaned, the labels have been removed, and I found an attraction to these bottles. Some of them are just beautiful. I think this is a beautiful shape, and I'll show you how I used it here in a few minutes. The second thing that you're going to need is some paint. I used this matte acrylic on the two that I painted. And I'm also today going to be using this green chalk paint. I'm using paint that I already have at home, and I'll show you how we work with that in a few minutes. And I'm also going to be using Mod Podge to clear coat my paint so that it doesn't chip or flake off. I will need a paintbrush of my choice. Today I'm going to be using this Gen Foam brush. And then I'm going to be needing tape to tape off my image. I can use masking tape. I can use painter's tape, which I did not have. I also have these remnants of washi tape, and those are also going to be great to help you outline your image on your bottle. So any one of these would work. And I think that's all we're going to need. So let me show you, let me move some of my materials out of the way. But let me show you the first one that I did. I did this one using this blue, it's called Parrot Blue acrylic paint. The first thing I did, obviously, is I taped off my I taped off my bottle, and I painted my stripe around here. And at the top, I think this has 3 coats on it to make sure it was on there and not going to flake off. And then I Mod Podged it. And then because I had some decorative washi tape in the blue, I continued to put washi tape around my edges here and around the top. And on this one, now I had a hard time getting this pink to actually, I think this has got 4 coats on it, and it is not perfect, but by the time I put my Mod Podge over it, and I also had a watermelon washi tape that I put around the top, the bottom, and then even a little bit around the top here, I think this turned out to be a really pretty spring bottle. And then another one that I've already done, I kind of wanted to do it very abstract, so I used a gold paint. I do not have any of that left over, and I just put random strips of the large masking tape, and I just taped off, painted, and then I used my X-Acto knife to kind of help me sharpen my edges just a little bit. But I wanted this one to be a little bit abstract to kind of fit this beautiful shaped bottle. Okay, so let me show you how to do this really quickly. Super easy. I've already taken this beautiful bottle as well, and I have marked it off using washi tape. So all I'm simply going to do is take my brush, and I'm going to brush on. Now I may only need 1 coat of this. It looks like I might need 2. You know, we have a seed library at the Harris-Bourbon County Library. The seeds are free if you are a patron, so feel free to come up and pick your seeds up. I love vegetable gardening. I used to do that a lot when I was growing up. We had several gardens when I was growing up. But now I am more into flowers, so I think I have every one of the flower seeds that are available. I'm anxious to get those set out. Here's our first coat. I'm going to pause for just a moment. I'm going to take the hairdryer to speed up this process a little bit. That way I can get a second and a third coat on it. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Our first coat is dry, so I'm going to go ahead and put our second coat on. Now I had trouble, not trouble, I don't want to say trouble, but I had some paint that had seeped underneath of my masking tape on my other bottles that I did. So I grabbed my X-Acto knife in case we have that problem today, because this is so easy to use an X-Acto knife to scrape off all of your excess that leaked through your tape. And it happens. Okay, so I've got coat number 2 on there. I'm going to dry this one. This might be enough. We'll take a look at it here in just a moment. Okay, so while I was off the video, I went ahead and put 2 more coats on it. So this has a total of 3 coats on it, and it has been dried. Now, I can either take my washi tape off now and be done with it, or I can protect it using the Mod Podge, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to protect it so that when I do get water on it as I'm filling it up for my flowers, then it doesn't jeopardize the green paint that I have on there already. So I've got another brush here. We're going to put our paint to the side. I noticed I'd put way too much paint out there. And I'm going to be using such a small amount that I'm just going to leave this in the container. Now, we've used Mod Podge before. You know that it will dry quickly, but it does give a coat of protection on there. I'm using only 1 coat, and this is a gloss. It does have a shiny finish to it. Now I'm evening that out around there just a little bit, getting out my thick parts. And then I'm going to take this to the hairdryer, and I will be right back. Okay, everyone, now this has had 3 coats of the chalk paint, the green chalk paint, and it's had 1 coat of the gloss Mod Podge. So all we're simply going to do now, and this has been dried completely, is I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm going to start pulling gently. There's our bottom portion. Let's get our top. And there we go. A beautiful little stripe all the way around there. Now, you know what? I think I've still got some washi tape on there. I used a very thin... Yes, it is. It's on there. I used a very thin piece that I had forgotten about. There we go. And I believe there's one here at the top. Sticking to me. And there you go. And you've got a nice clean edge. Now, if you didn't have a clean edge, you can take your X-Acto knife and you can actually cut away the portion that bled through or that didn't make an exact straight line for you. Now, you can be done as is on this one. You could continue your stripes of different colors. You could put washi tape on it, like I have done these two. Also, that washi tape helps disguise an uneven taping job, which I think it was on this one. I don't think it was very even there. So you can continue on with this one, or you can leave it as is. Now, let's get our bottles back up here so that we can see what we've done. These would be so cute if you had marbles, or if you had some of the glass beads to drop in the bottom of them, especially on the ones that have the clear bottom. Those would be adorable. These are our painted, DIY painted bottles. We're going to use these for flowers around my house. I hope you've enjoyed this. This is a very simple and easy and fun way to recycle what you already have at home. If you make these, please post them to our Facebook our website, and we would love to share those. We like to see what you've been doing. There is no kit available for this, but I'm not sure that you need one because you may have the supplies already at home. Have a great day and keep crafting.